I haven't got a clue what we're doing, actually.
It's not question time, even though it looks a bit like question time. Oh, we've had some great moments this season, haven't we?
Seeing your boys dancing around the pit lane was fantastic. Seeing Toto stroke Lewis's bottom was a particular highlight.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he did.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, why did you stroke Lewis's bottom?
It's in Austria, it's common. We do that.
If Helmut Marko does that to me, then he's going to have a problem.
Helmut does that to Nicky, and Nicky does it to Helmut.
No one does it to me. Quite upset. No.
Don't say that when Eddie's in the room.
No. Yeah, just...
OK, well, we have got some awards to give out to the drivers, and as our esteemed panel, we'd like you to pick the winners this year. Start of the year, clearly, Toto, you and yours have pretty much won everything, so let's start with Christian.
I would say, for me personally, I thought Austin was a great start because it was wet and there was obviously a lot of action going on at the first corner with Toto's, you know, two drivers.
Rosberg squeezed down to fourth place. Oh my goodness, Hamilton certainly worked that to his advantage.
But then you've got obviously the start that Williams made at Silverstone, which was a lightning start.
It's a good start from the second row, the Williams of Massa. Williams are getting both cars past both Mercedes.
You must have been going nuts in the
Oh,
garage.
my God.
Your wife was going mad when she saw the start in Silverstone.
It must be difficult for you having, you know, your wife in our garage and then our
Jumping up
car's
and down.
overtaking yours and your wife being so
Jumping
enthusiastic
up,
about
yeah.
it.
We weren't on speaking terms for a while, but she invited me for dinner. And then it was sorted.
We did not expect that.
The crowd went crazy. And I know the engines this year are less noisy, but you could hear the crowds all going mad.
I don't think we necessarily expected to overtake the Mercedes going into the first corner, but I think I knew that we weren't necessarily going to keep those positions because the Mercedes were just so powerful and all the rest of it. But so you're just sat there just waiting for them to come up behind you, but you want to try and enjoy the moment while you're living in it.
Toto, the opposite for you when you see your guys getting passed by the Williams.
Actually not. You want to see the underdog do well, and especially in Silverstone, it was a very important race for Williams.
You can't call us the underdog.
No.
I hate people calling us the underdog.
They are not the underdogs.
Go on, Claire, you tell him.
You are absolutely right. Williams finished third in the championship, so they are not underdogs at all. But it is expected that once a team has a dominant position, and Red Bull had it for a couple of years, to just go, and that's basically the race. In that particular situation, Williams overtook us, and we were surprised. And I remember that moment. There were so many things which went through my mind, like, are they having a different engine mode than us? How is that possible? I was a bit confident that we would be able to regain the position. I shouldn't sound arrogant, but that was a good moment. I felt they deserved to be in the lead in that race.
So is it fair to give Williams the start of the year? It seems like it's a unanimous decision.
Slam dunk.
Absolutely.
Claire,
Thank you very much.
Felipe, you won this before as a driver, but what's it like with a team?
Well, I won again. We are inside this, you know, so we won again.
And what are you going to say to Williams? Can you have a piece of this trophy?
I mean, yeah, that was a good start. It was best of the year, obviously. We already gave a trophy to the Klutzman, actually, so, yeah, well deserved.
So he cheated a lot. Anyway, well done to the Williams team, the drivers. An unbelievable start. Silverstone this year, fantastic. Bravo, guys.
Who do you think stood out? Possibly Hamilton at Silverstone? Can I put that one out there?
What did he do?
Well, he made that.
He won the
pit
race,
stop.
but that's fairly normal.
OK, so there was a pit stop call.
Lewis Hamilton comes in from the lead of the Grand Prix, leaving Rosberg out there. Is he going for Inters? He is. My goodness, that's a brave decision by somebody.
Let's start doing a rain dance if you want to see a British winner this afternoon.
As it has turned out, that was the perfect lap to put the intermediate tyres on. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix.
He judged the pit stop beautifully.
He judged it beautifully. Did he judge it beautifully, or was it luck, Toto? Did he have to come in anyway?
Did he know it was raining at Stowe?
Yeah, he kind of felt it. He just got the timing right. And in racing, you have to, you know, sometimes it's a little bit of luck and just, you know, realizing where the weather comes from and seeing the drops on your visor. The crew was ready, but he decided to pit just a couple of 100 meters before the the pit entry.
I think Sebastian Vettel drove an incredible race in Singapore, actually. I think that was, for me, classic Vettel, getting out in the front, managing the tyres.
What a dominant victory it has been. He has done exactly what's needed to keep utter control.
I think Vettel is exceptional around Singapore. Christian White might know much more about it, but I think he's very, very good around there. But of course, I cannot vote for a Vettel win in Singapore. It's
of course
possible.
Well, what about somebody that wasn't a win but made the podium where we possibly didn't expect that to happen? I know you're a big fan of Romain Grosjean.
Grosjean getting past Ricciardo, and the Lotus is flying. That's how close Vettel is now, with Grosjean chasing. And it has gone wrong for Ferrari. What a superb achievement for a team that has been struggling, fighting for survival.
First of all, no one expected Lotus to actually be on the grid in Spa. The bailiffs were there, they had locked up the truck. It was a big story in all of the press, not just in Britain, but throughout the world. And I think, bearing all that in mind, for Grosjean to put the car on the podium, for me, I think that was just an amazing race.
During a race, you need to have 100% clarity and focus. And with all those other external pressures, it must have been so difficult for not only the driver, but for his engineer, for the strategy guy, and for the guys doing the pit stops and all the rest of it, yet they still managed to pull it out the bag.
Drive of the year, Romain Grosjean, for an unbelievable podium there.
Thank you. It looks good. I think 2012 you offered me the carbon of the year or manufacturing, something like that. So yeah, it means a lot. Thank you. It's been difficult, but we did it.